like you lost another one.
Look, let me tell you about life from a baby. I grew up in a place called Southwood Hayes. Back then it weren't all gravy, but I guess that's the place that made me. Back when we had flowery curtains and flowery sofas. Back when I was playing cards with my dad and my uncle, that was two jokers taking out two jokers. Back then I had a whole lot of family, broke, no salary, we didn't have a bag of pee. And there was actually a point back then when my mum and dad used to once live happily. But life went on, and then shit changed rapidly, to the house getting smashed up and all this blasphemy. But me, I just got on with it casually. Some days I sit back and bloody laugh and reminisce about the times my mum and dad used to take me down to the bunny park. It's not all dark, there was a few funny parts. There was a lot of parties and family occasions, from oldest to youngest to blacks to Somalis, Caucasians and Asians. Fuck racism, we showed love to the nation. My mum and dad met a guy called Mick, who had nowhere to go. No dough, no family or home, so he lived with us for like 3 years in a row. That Trinidad man was like my uncle. He used to even take me and pick me up from school. We was in the same bubble, all going through the same struggle. And who would have believed it, I've been christened. Now I don't believe in God or religion. I'm an atheist and I'll stay as this, so don't try to preach to me, I won't listen. My Uncle John died at 40, took from the streets by drugs in prison. No hope from getting help from the system. Been long now, but I still fucking miss him. I got a nanny pack that I never see, but Paige is still my name, so I'll still remain to hold up the legacy. Just know that I love you to the death of me. I'm happy that I'm still holding these pictures. I remember my first bike at Christmas. I sometimes saw my cousins as my mum and my auntie always conflicted. I remember us lot at Nan's house. Me, Tom, Ben, Sam running around, it was always a madhouse. So many memories we made up in that house. Now we don't really speak to each other, because our mums don't speak, it's fucked and we have to suffer. I'm always a phone call away and I still ain't deleted your number. My granddad was more Irish than Irish. Me and my granddad Jacko were the tightest. My nan and granddad were happily married, the love was pure, now you couldn't rewrite it. Then he passed on us in 2009, about the same time I hit crime. He taught me and gave me a couple of things, and them couple things remain mine. For the fourth time in 2013 I was homeless. My nan took me in on her sofas. Then I found her dead in 2015, I never felt so hopeless. Then in 2001 my sister was born. I remember holding you and running around on the lawn. Now look how close we are, the love can't get torn. 2004 my brother arrived. Not much memories or stuff is fucked, but it will always be love, it's just I was living on the roads at the time. I'm sorry I wasn't really about. I was young and dumb and wanted to have fun and get drunk, no respect for mum, and yet again I got kicked out the house. My Uncle Martin was born with cerebral palsy, still going strong plus 40. I had to save the best for last, cause out my whole family and past he's the best in my story. That's why this man's name and my middle name is exactly the same. Not having money to put you in a better place to live nice for the rest of your days, it drives me insane. My granddad done well to really bring him up, but cheated on my nan, so my nan left around, and since then now she didn't really give a fuck. My family situation was really fucked, so he's only got a few of us left. I'm soon due to pick him up, the rest of the family don't even ring him up. I've always been a glue to my family and you never see me giving up.